everyone, and welcome to the Vintage Needle Crafter. My name is Laura. So, welcome if you are new here, welcome back returning viewers, and welcome back returning subscribers. I appreciate each and every one of you. Today I'm doing something a little bit different. I am in my usual spot in here, but I thought I would unedit this one and not put any introduction or ending. I'm going to see, by doing a little experiment, to see if it uploads faster, because the way it is now, it is taking literally almost 2 days to upload my video. So bear with me and my little shortcomings. So today is Wednesday, November 6th, 2024. And I thought I would sit down with you and just show you everything that I've been working on. I do have some finished objects to share with you this week, so I'm excited for that. I have actually evened it out. I actually have just almost as many finished objects as I do works in progress. So that being said, we'll start with the finished objects first. Now, this sweater that I'm wearing, in case you're curious and wondering, it was something that I had finished last year. It is crocheted in double crochet, and it's just a top-down raglan short sleeve little t-shirt, and it's got cotton, partly cotton in it. It's a number 3 weight cotton, and I don't remember the yarn that this was at all. So I apologize for that. It was last winter I had completed this. It was quite easy and fast to do. I just pulled it out of my closet and thought, you know, today would be a good day to wear this because our weather has been a little bit unusual. We have unseasonably warm temperatures. We've been in the 60s for most part for the last few days, with off and on rain and storms. So it's quite dark today. I hope the video's not too dark. I hope it turns out all right. It seems to be okay so far. So yeah, I do not remember the name of this yarn. It was a cake. It took me 3 cakes. It could be Karen cakes. I'm do not know. I'm sorry. But anyway, all right. So the first thing I wanted to show you was a shawl that I had been working on last time. It's a knitted shawl. And I had finished it and blocked it. It turned out so nice. Oh. And here it is. Oh, this is all 100% wool, everyone. I had used Patton's Classic Wool Roving in the colorway gray. And it is a roving weight, so it's kind of between a 4 and 5, so it's a little bit bulky. Just a average knitted shawl. And the details that I put in here, for the different color that you see, this is my hand spun yarn. This is a merino wool roving, double ply. And I just add a little bit of detail by purling every so often, but it's just mostly a plain stockinette triangular shawl. So it was quite quick to work up. It only took me a couple weeks, I think, working on it off and on. So, and I was worried about running out of yarn, but I used up every little piece of yarn. I only had like this much left, so I just tucked in that end. Yeah, it was quite a game of yarn chicken on the bind off, because I thought, oh, am I going to have enough to bind it off? I don't have any more of that gray. So it took me 3 balls of that Patton's Classic Wool. So, oh, it is so soft. And this is Only my second shawl that I have ever made using 100% wool. I'm wanting to do something else coming up this winter as we get closer to spring. See, it's a little bit shorter. If I would have had more, it would have came further down, but it's so soft and warm. It's perfect for taking to church, or when it gets a little warm sometimes and then sometimes not, and in between temperatures, you know. So yeah, this was a very soft. And when I blocked it, after I finished it, I just soaked it. I soaked it in some of my favorite hand soap, my winter pine scented hand soap. So it smells kind of nice. It smells wintry. Oh, I can see Fluff. Fluff is floating through the air. But it's so light and drapey. Oh, it just turned out wonderful. I'm so pleased with it. It's so light and lofty. So I would recommend try knitting yourself a shawl, or crocheting yourself a shawl. Knitting will be lighter because it's thinner. But the Patton's Classic Wool Roving is wonderful. They still do produce that yarn. It's just a different label, I do believe. At least I think they do. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think Patton's Classic Wool Roving is still available out there. So, but yeah, perfect light winter piece. So I'm very happy with that. Just a simple stockinette stitch, and when I done the striping, I just reversed it, you know, to give it that little ridge of detail. And then I just came along here and done a purl row. So no pattern, just self-drafted. So, and as I blocked it, after soaking it, I wrung it through a towel, stepped on it, you know, so I wouldn't felt it. And then instead of pinning it to a board, which I thought would take too long, I just draped it over my dryer and set it up there. When I was doing laundry, it was drying, and then just pulling and tugging here and there whenever I wanted, you know, the tail, like the tail to come down here. I wanted that point to be sharp. So I love it. It's absolutely wonderful. It'll be a well-loved, well-worn piece. It can also be worn, I imagine, up around the neck like this. You know, you can bring it up around your neck, probably. I'm not very stylish with these things, but it make a nice something up around your neck, close on very cold, windy winter days, or you could actually put it over your head too and use it like a hood. So very nice, very well pleased with this. Yes, 3 balls of Patton's Classic Wool Roving, and then it took about 6 ounces of my hand spun. So no, not 6 ounces. I want to say closer to 4 ounces of my hand spun. That's a guesstimate, but didn't take a lot. The fluff is everywhere. Okay, so that's finished. And I also have another light garment. Now you might have seen this. Oh, I apologize. You're not seeing ghosts or apparitions across the screen. You're seeing wool fluff floating in the air. It's not my camera. It's just the wool from here. All right. Yes, let me get it. It's over here. This is number 2 finished object. I have it on this hanger. I done a YouTube short for this, and oh, this is absolutely wonderful. I love it. This is also a bulky weight yarn, and I even included fringe. I know you're not seeing the whole thing, but it is a poncho that I had knitted in just plain stockinette stitch using 2 rectangles. So kind of hard to see. Maybe I'll pause this and put it on for you so you can see it on. Hold on. Okay, I really had to put the camera quite a ways back, but you can see it fits wonderful. And this is amazing. I wore this out in the rain, in the cold rain. It was really quite nice. I am the type of lady of age to wear coats, jackets, heavy sweaters. They make me perspire, and then I get overheated. But this is amazing. The yarn I used for this is a bulky weight, and I will show you that in just a moment. It's over across the room, so hold on. Okay, I have my yarn and I have my needles here. So the yarn that I used for this is the Yarnsmith's Create. But I'm very happy with the way it turned out. I'm going to go probably sit back down and take this off before I talk about the rest. I'm getting ahead of myself again, but I love this. I love this. It's only 2 rectangles, but you sew them together in such a way that it brings this point down, and it's very easy to take on and off. So, yeah. I had to sit back down so you could see me talking. But yeah, the 2 rectangles is just knitted in a stockinette stitch. A simple stockinette stitch is what I done. And then I went and added a 1x1 rib up here in case I wanted it, you know, up around my head when it's really cold and windy. I was thinking all weather season, fall, maybe into winter. And you know, I could also put this over top of my coat when it is really cold and chase out the wind. Okay, now I knitted this on big jumbo knitting needles. These are a 12 millimeter knitting needle. My son got me these at a thrift store for $1. They're a nice light, I think they're bamboo, I'm not sure. They just look dark. I don't know what TG is. If anyone knows, let me know. Probably the brand. Maybe it stands for too good to be true. Too good. I don't know. I thought that was a real bargain, $1. The only flaw with it is it just has this little chip on the end here, but that's no problem. It didn't catch the yarn or anything. Yarn stayed on just fine. They were a joy to work with, although larger, heavier things do tend to hurt my shoulders after a long time of knitting. Now, yarn for this was Yarnsmith's Create, and this is their super chunky. It took five of these, and I have 3 left over. Maybe I'll make a hat or something. I don't know. I have some left here, so. Let's see, these are 80 meters or 87 yards. It's 100% premium acrylic. This is in the Copperway color. Or, this is, oh, just, I wish I could edit that line out. That was hilarious. This is in the colorway Copper. Oh boy, menopause brain again. But yeah, it's pretty bulky, as you can see. It's a number 5 for sure. I would almost say a 6. So those 12 millimeter knit needles, or US size, I think is 17. So, and I'm getting warm with this on already, so perfect for outdoors. There. Okay, that's better. This sweater's a lot lighter and cooler. Okay, so there's that, and I think that was everything that is finished objects for the week. So now I'm going to get into works in progress, and I'll start with the smallest. This is just something I cast on last night. it's for my son, and if he's watching, he'll know what it is. And if he doesn't know what it is, I'll know if he wasn't watching. But anyway, this is just a little hat I am knitting up for him, and just a 1x1 rib on a number US size 7 knitting needle. It's my Chiaogu long circular. That's usually pretty much everything I use for knitting most of the time. And I'm just using the magic loop method, so just going around it. And I am doing, well, this got kind of dented. I'm using Yarn Smith's Merino sock, superwash merino and nylon, held double with James Seabret in the colorway red. So it's coming out like a sport weight. I think I showed you this before. Just coming out like a sport weight. So yeah, just a 1x1 rib, and it's going to be in a long hat that he can just fold over, because he somehow lost his other one and we have not found it anywhere. So okay, now the next thing I wanted to share was something crochet, and I'm having a lot of fun with this, and I'm going to try to get it out without tangling up the threads, because I've got this color in one bag, and this is the same yarn, merino sock with James Seabret. And in the other bag, I've got the green Yarn Smith's merino sock with a silk mohair, Drops Kid Silk mohair. That's just a little guy right here. Very fine. And what am I working on? And then the third shade is the red, the merino sock with the James Seabret in red. And I'm working on a Christmas sweater. This is all I've got so far. Gotta be careful here. I'm making it to where I don't have all those little ends to tie in. And it's kind of, you can see the seam. And that is the right side, I'm afraid. But it's gonna be in the back. But this was the wrong side, so it's, you know, it's quite different. I had to do it that way because I did not want to keep cutting the yarn, tying in the ends, cutting the yarn, tying in the ends. I thought it would be a neater appearance. You can see that little seam a little bit, but it's not. But isn't it great? It's so pretty. That ought to make good thumbnail. Okay, it's one of those going in the round crochet, granny square, granny stitch. It's so cute. I think I'm going to make like a short sleeve vesty type sweater with it. I'm almost getting the raglan done to where I'm going to be joining it. Oh, I can never reach back that far. Along with menopause also comes arthritis, and my joints do not move as much as they used to, but there, it's almost getting to the point to where I'm wanting to connect it and then add the extra little stitch and join in the round. So it's just a square. You just start out with a circle, and then you divide that by 4 and put stitch markers in, and then you're doing the increase at each corner, which is 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. Now hook size, do I have my hooks? Yeah, I think I have my hook in here, what I used. It was the blue one. I like these colored hooks because I can go by color what size. This is a number 5mm crochet hook. These are so nice. This was also a thrift store find that my son got. And I love these different colors. As with these, they're okay. I like the ergonomic handles, but I've had those for so long. Not this set. I have another set, but yeah. Anyway. That was a number 5 crochet hook, and it's just 3 double crochet and chain 1, and you're just doing the granny stitch. That's all this is. You're doing the granny stitch. My own little self-drafted little Merry Christmas sweater. I do not have anything Christmassy, wearables anyway, and I thought I would make some wearables this year. So yeah. So it's turning out quite nicely. I'm very pleased with it. Oh, and I gotta tell you, these two yarns combined is making it fluffy, and the merino is making it very, very soft and fluffy. It's not scratchy or itchy or anything like that. Now, if you're wool sensitive, maybe you'd want to wear a shirt underneath. But yeah, I'm loving that. So that's my crochet work in progress. Not the only crochet work in progress. I have another one. And this is going to look odd. It's not for me, it's for my daughter. This is just a little, right now it looks like just a little beanie. And it is going to be a crocheted knight's helmet hat. I'll put a photo here of what it's going to be. Right there. Well, maybe. No, scratch that because I'm not going to do the InShot editor and all that. So if you know the knights that they ride on the horses, yeah, it's going to be one of those. And I will show you what it looks like when it's all finished. I will do try to do a podcast before getting it out to her. If not, I'll just take a photo and show you the photo. So yeah, I'm just using a number 4 acrylic for this. I think it was some vintage yarn. It was Windtuck. Yeah. Does anyone out there remember Windtuck? That was Windtuck yarn. I got at a thrift store, so I'm doing it with that. And then she wanted the piece down here in gray and black, which I have some dark gray, and then I'm going to do the red up here at the top going down. So that will be interesting. I just got a little pattern over there on Etsy, and that's where I got the pattern, and yeah. All right. And the last thing, let's see. No, I have 2 more, and they're both knitted. I think I showed you this a while back. Don't laugh at what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. There, if I hold it like this, you might be able to tell. I'm knitting this 1x1 rib sweater, and I'm using Wool Ease yarn. It's not the Quick and Thick. It's just the regular Wool Ease yarn held double with drop skid silk mohair, and it's very furry. Very soft and light, but very furry. And I'm just making this seamless. Instead of making a back piece and then making 2 front pieces and then sewing it together, I am coming straight down. This is my shoulder, and now I'm coming down. I'm going to make it like a V in front. It's going to be a cardigan. It's going to be a button down the front cardigan, but I wanted to give it a little V-neck right here and then come straight down. And I think for the button band, I'm going to do a knit 1 row and purl 1 row and knit 1 row like that instead of the rib. So that'll be give it a little bit more texture. Or I could do what I done down here, and which was knitting every row, garter stitch. I remembered this time. This was the bottom. I just done the garter stitch for that. That would make a good button band. I should probably do that because I would want it to match. But I'm just knitting as I go along and just enjoying the process. And for some of you, you might be going, oh my goodness, that's scary. But no, it's not for me because I've made so many wearables before. So there you can see, this is the back of the neck, and I just bound that off. And I'm keeping it all on 1 needle. So I'm going to be finishing this side and having it come down, and then I'm going to pick back up over here There's my tail. Just pick back up over here and keep knitting by joining my yarn here, tying it back together. So it's coming along great. And now it does leave these little fuzzy hairs everywhere, and I wasn't too pleased about that, but it's all right because it's the softness and the warmth and the squishability is just off the charts. So I don't mind. I don't mind. So yeah, that's my progress on that. I've just finished the back, and now it's, what did I do here? Well, I just bound off so many stitches and then decreased so far up and then came straight up. So measurements for my arm and everything. Needle size, this is a US size 8. So that's the progress on that. And it's, I love it. Oh, hats would be wonderful with this yarn, I tell you. And once again, the yarn was Wool Ease, Lion Brand Wool Ease. Not sure the shade. I probably should have got the yarn and brought it out here to show you. I'll do that, try to remember that next time. Held double with a strand of mohair. So, and yes, there's part acrylic in Wool Ease. It's 80% acrylic and 20% wool, but that doesn't matter. When I wash it, I'm going to treat it as if it were all 100% wool. So I have done a lot of times combining acrylic yarns with wool yarns. Just as long as you treat the whole garment when you wash it as if it were all wool, you shouldn't have any problems with shrinkage or anything like that. Alrighty, and the last thing is behind me here. I'll have to get up to show you. I had put it in my yarn bowl holder, but I have something to share that's kind of funny. Has this ever happened to you? Have you ever started a project, set it aside for a while, or put it away, and then totally forgot where you put it, and then you're searching through your drawers or bins or whatever, and you just can't find that project, so it kind of gets put on the back burner? Well, that happened to me. If you're a longtime viewer or been here for a short while, you'll remember these toe-up 2-at-a-time socks I casted on, like, oh my, I want to say a couple of months ago, if I'm correct, and it's all tangled up. But I got so far up the toe, and then I stopped because I could not find the project. It was buried down at the bottom of the drawer, and when I scooted things around in the drawer, one of the sweaters got lapped over the top of it, so it really hid it well, and I could not find it when I looked in the drawer. But when I lifted up the other sweater, which is that pink one down there I just showed you, there it was. It fell out, and I thought, there is where the socks went. So I am knitting these on a long number 3 Chiaogu knitting needle using the magic loop method. And this yarn was just a wool thrift store yarn. It was in one great big ball. And it's wool. I tested it. So yeah, I don't think it has nylon. It doesn't have any nylon in it. So it's not going to wear as well as sock yarn will. But these are just to put over my feet for when it gets cold. You know, or maybe just for wearing at bedtime for bed socks, because we do get cool at nighttime around here. So yeah, that's the yarn, and just a very simple method. Toe up 2-at-a-time socks. Now there are books out there that will show you how to do it, and I think I got this tangled. Give it a little untwisty there. There. So anyway, now that now that these are unburied, I can get them finished. So hopefully next podcast I will have them near completion. I've got other priorities first to finish. My daughter's helmet needs to be finished in a couple weeks. And then I'll probably get back to working on these. So, that was everything. That was everything I wanted to talk about and share with you today. So it's been a busy time and I'm loving every minute of it. So with that being said, you all take care, and please be sure to hit the like button on the way out, as I usually remind you to kindly do. I appreciate that. So have a wonderful week, and I'll see you back again for the next one. I've kind of been spreading these out a little bit more, as you've noticed. But I do try to catch you up throughout the week with little YouTube shorts and things. So, and it's just a busy time of year. So take care, everyone, and I'll see you again next time. So bye for now, friends.